Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of the Vintage Holiday YouTube Hop with Honeybee Stamps, and I have a fun mountain scene box card for the holidays featuring some of the new Vintage Holiday products. I'm going to start with this new A2 Scene Builder card base honeycut set. It's got two dies in it. One is the base and one is the front. For the base, I'm using white cardstock, and that is 110 Neenah Solar White, so it's nice and sturdy. For the front of the card, I'm using a bright red for the holidays. You could customize this by using different color cardstock throughout the year. You can use pattern paper, spice it up. Now, when you run it through your die cutting machine, it puts in those score marks. So I'm using my Teflon bone folder just to pre-crease all the folds. And there's just one on each side. This is very, very simple to put together. So I do the right, do the left. I'm not going to put it together yet, but I'm going to just kind of pop it together to show you how it's going to look. A little preview. So you just slap on the red, and there you have your base for your scene builder box card. Okay, for the inner part, I'm going to use the new A2 Mountain Scene Builder add-on. So this allows you to create a mountain scene inside your box card. So for this larger mountain die, I'm going to use that 3 times out of 3 different shades of aqua cardstock. Now for this one here, I want to stagger these mountains. So I wanted this mountain to be like the opposite. So I put a piece of white cardstock behind it. That way I can flip over the die cut and use the reverse. And then it doesn't have those scratchy marks on it from my cutting plate. I'm going to do one more large mountain, and then there's 2 smaller little hilly mountains, and I'm using darker shades of teal for that. So I rummaged through all my solid color cardstock trying to find 5 shades so I could get that gradient mountain scene. And I managed to find, I don't know what all brands, some of it might be Concord Ninth, Little Simon Says stamp, might be Paper Tray ink in there. I have every brand. I hoard the cardstock, but I shouldn't say I hoard it because I really do use it. Okay, so I'm using score tape on all the little flaps. You can use whatever adhesive tickles your fancy. Now, when I went to put this together, I hope it's not confusing, but I was kind of learning it as I was doing it. So I decided to just adhere everything on the left side first. So I'm going to adhere every mountain, layering it up on the left. I'm using my grid mat to kind of get it straight and make sure that my mountain, nothing worse than a crooked mountain scene. And now here's where I was realizing how much you can customize this depending on how deep and how high you put your mountains. So you really can get a lot of depth and a lot of height to make it 3D coming at you. It's very graphic and very fabulous. I'm loving it. Now for these smaller little 3 down at the bottom, I'm kind of sticking those all together because I started to run out of room, but it's fine. It's all good. So adhering those on the left-hand side, and then I'm going to hold everything down flat with my left hand, and then I can just remove the backing on the score tape all on the right hand, all on the right side flaps. I hope this is making sense. Once you learn how to do it, it's very, very simple. You just kind of got to learn how to do it. So once I remove all the backing, I'll fold that white flap in, press it down, bada boom, bada bing, you got your mountain scene. How cool is that? I love the simplicity and the graphic, the 3D-ness coming at you for the holidays. And then also included in that A2 Mountain Scene Builder add-on set are 2 little trees. So I went back to the cardstock bin and I found 3 shades of green cardstock, and I'm just die cutting a bunch of those. I wasn't exactly sure how many I'd need, but I'm thinking I'm going to tuck and stagger. Tuck the leaves, tuck the trees, and stagger them throughout the mountains. So I put just a dab of that honeybee glue right on the trunk of the tree, and I just kind of tuck it behind a hill. Now, when I woke up this morning, I set my alarm at 6:30 to wake up Emma for school, and it was black as midnight here. It's getting harder and harder to get up. I think in about a week, maybe or so, it's going to be daylight savings time, so hopefully it'll be get a little brighter in the morning. It's getting hard to walk to that bus stop. I'll tell you what. And I'll tell you, you know what else is getting hard to do? Putting the leash on Hank. I'm not sure what's going on with him in the morning, but he gets a jolt of energy, and when you try to put the leash on him, he starts running around the kitchen, and you got to like wrangle him. And I know this is probably not great, but I bribe him all the live long day with little treats. I buy those little tiny little treats. They're like training treats. And I'm using those puppies all the day long to train that dog to settle down so I can get the leash on. Okay, I put some tape runner on the red flaps, taping that down to my base, and there you have your box card. All that's left to do is add a sentiment. Okay, I'm going to emboss this Season's Greetings. This is from the new Bitty Buzzwords Holidays stamp set. I'm going to emboss this in white onto black. I went round and round about adding a sentiment because there's some really gorgeous sentiments in that Bitty Buzzwords. There's like a joy, and there's like more scripty, and there's even coordinating dies to go with it. But I decided to keep it very streamlined and clean for the mountain scene. So I trimmed down that sentiment, and I'm just going to pop it up right in the center on top of the mountain. Now, I wanted to show you these cute little envelopes. These are called the Gingham Galore holiday envelopes. I thought that red gingham looks so cute with the mountain scene. I want to show you when you fold this box card down, it fits perfectly in an A2 envelope, like it was snug as a bug in a rug. So there you have a cute little, and you know what I think I like about this too is it's not too feminine. Could go masculine, could go either way. It would make a great masculine birthday card too. Make sure and check out the rest of the Vintage Holiday YouTube Hop for more inspiration. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.